Hello, family. Today we're going to go over a back testing practice, things I do to help myself get better as a trader. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, typically, what I do is I'll just pick a spot on the chart and then I'll start practicing what I need to be doing according to my trading plan. So, I start with my top down analysis. I'll start on the weekly just to get an overall pulse of the market. Not too special here. I can clearly see that we're in a downtrend, and then I'll move over to the daily. Now, here is what I want to start implementing where, okay, I'm here right here on the chart and I see my high. So a part of my routine that I want to start doing is dropping a line, a vertical line. And the purpose of this is going to tell me whether or not we're going to be still buying or selling. The moment the market start crosses this line, then I know we're in a downtrend. As you can see, the market had made a higher high and it hasn't made a higher high after that. And if it does, I'll just move the line to that point. As you can see on the left, we were buying up and then now we're starting to make lower lows. So another thing that I do is identify my starting points on the daily time frame, even though I usually take my entries on the lower time frame. And I trade two ways, trend continuations and trend reversals. So I'm going to use this to guide me to do both. So the way this is going to work today is I'm going to go ahead and just drop. I'm going to locate my starting points and I'm just going to drop a line on those areas. Even if the market has already broke structure, the point is just to go ahead and identify them. That way I won't have to do much when it comes to me getting to the lower time frame. I'm going to go ahead and head to a lower time frame, try to get to current market and see if I can identify some additional start points here. And boom, boom, boom. So over here. So we got one right here as well. This broke that structure area. And since we're on the lower time frame, I'm going to go ahead and move this line over a little bit. All right. So now that I've identified some of my zones, just know that on the left-hand side is where we set up the market. And then typically on the right-hand side is where we take our trades. If I have my blue zone to represent my impulses up, I'm looking to take sales as the market come down. Now, there may be some opportunities where I might be able to catch 20 pips on a trend continuation because this is the demand zone, but do remember that we're in a downtrend and that would be considered counter trend trading. So I wouldn't be expecting to keep staying in this market all the way from here to the next two zones up, two start points up. So let's just keep that in mind when you are counter trend trading. So we're going to go ahead and move this market forward and I'm going to show you some of the things I like to practice with. So when the market gets to my zone, I try to look at my opportunities to see whether or not I have a trade for a continuation or a reversal. And as you can see, the market broke structure, retested, and pulled back for a continuation down. Now this area right here is going to probably be more of a stronger area to break because of all this structure to the left. So one of the things that I look for is some opportunities to buy if that's something I'm interested in doing. And what I'll do is replay before. Go ahead and adjust this zone just a little bit. Replay my area. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move it forward. I wanted to get all the way into the zone. I had an amazing markup earlier where I was just trying to learn from that particular area because they had a very deep pullback. So I'm going to see if I can find it here. And I think this is the one that's coming up right here before it gets back into that zone for a buy. Let's see if Okay, this is the one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, chop this market up. Okay, so right now what I'm analyzing to improve on is entries. I see that we got a little fake out right here. Well, I wouldn't really say a fake out because we are in a downtrend, but as you can see, the market hasn't made any lower lows past this consolidation area just yet. So the moment the market goes back into this area, into the demand zone, my next thing that I would look for is a possibility to enter on a counter trend trade. So what I would do is drop to a lower time frame. Now I still want to kind of use, I still want to use the concept of me dropping a line on that swing low just to divide the market, and then drop to a lower time frame so I can see, so I can identify my starting points for a buy opportunity. So here I'm looking for lower structure where I have a buying candle that pushed below a low point. As you can see, this one pushed the market lower than this swing low right here. So I would go ahead and mark this zone, use this starting point as an area of interest to look for the market to close and break above. Give me a pullback and entry. So as you can see, the market did break and close above this starting point. So right now, I'm not entering the trade. I'm gonna wait and wait for the pullback, the retest, and then take the trade. So one of the things I want to work on is see how that went way too fast. See how deep this pullback was. My original strategy is once it gets back to that same zone, I would normally enter the trade. And I still stick with setting my stop loss 5 pips below the swing low. So those are my rules that I come up with. So if the swing low's here, I normally will set my stop loss 5 pips below that. 43. 2, 1. So we'll just put 3A for 3, 2, 1, 39, 38, 37. I literally had to count that out. So my stop loss is here typically, and I would normally have entered the moment it got back to the zone. So that would normally be my entry. But like I'm always looking for opportunities to improve because as you can see, I'm in drawdown. From this entry here, I'm in drawdown 20, about 20 pips. So I want to find a better way to enter on this trade for the buy. Now, one of the things that I thought of was, okay, well, I also use Rinkos. So let me go ahead and show you how that could possibly be a confirmation as well. So let me go to my Renko chart. It's unfortunate that Rinkos. There we go. So I see the setup for a red, red, green for a buy opportunity. I will drop my line above the neckline of this inverted head and shoulder pattern. And I have it labeled as Rinkos. So typically when the market breaks and closes above that, I would take an opportunity or entry for a buy if we're in an uptrend. And I'm doing this as a counter trend trade. So I have my Rinkos marked up. Let's go back to the candles and let's get back to the area where we were before to see if, so I can show you how I will analyze or try to get better at my entries or just be a better trader overall. So chopping is marking up again, and let's back this thing up a little bit more before all of that amazingness happens. All right, so here we go where Let me just hide this little thing.